Hi, I'm Rebecca Brand, and I'm with the 3i S10 Ultra, a very advanced robotic mopping vacuum. I wanted to show you some amazing innovations in robotic vacuuming by 3i. The first time you use your 3i S10 Ultra, you take the tank out and you're going to fill it with water up to the max line. As simple as that, and in back it goes, right into the home station, and close the lid. Let's start with ketchup. And when that gets spilt on the floor, we all know how hard ketchup is to clean up because it does stick. I'm going to skip to one of the most amazing features. First off, this is spot cleaning. I go right into the app and I let the vacuum know with a grid I made up of where it should go clean. This is what you want to do when you just have one simple little mess. This is an innovation in robotic vacuums. Because this is ketchup and it's so sticky, I wanted it to clean it twice. So I pressed that button. And I wanted extra strong power for this mess in the middle of my floor. So here we have the map, and here we have my cleaning parameters, and I press start. So I'm going to show you this footage in real time. The robotic disc of the vacuum goes right to where the mess is. It had already mapped out my kitchen. That was stored in the app. So off it goes to get that ketchup. That green light is very special. This is the first robotic vacuum that I've seen that had this type of AI obstacle and dirt detection. 3i has precise cleaning with this green light technology. The green light will illuminate what's on the ground. With that light, it's determining what type of liquid, how thick the liquid is. It'll also determine stains, solids, dust, all kinds of debris to understand the distinct light patterns that reflects back to it with that green light. The patterns are captured by the robot's high-precision camera inside, and quickly it'll identify 68 types of dirt and common objects because of its AI-powered deep learning algorithms. This is a leap forward in robotic technology. It's detected this was a liquid mess, so the robot had shut off its vacuum motor. It'll lower the water flow depending on how wet the liquid is that it detected, and it will slow down the movement to get the stain, or in this case, the sticky, wet ketchup mess. And faster than other robotic vacuums in the past, it cleaned up that spot zone of that ketchup. And back into the home it goes.
Start to clean the hair.
And after it goes back home, it will talk to you and let you know where it's at in the process of cleaning up the dirty, wet mess it just got, and putting it into a special part of it inside where the dirty water and dirty solids go that it has picked up with its wet mopping. And we're hearing the sound of it self-cleaning and self-drying with that roller mop. Something you can't see that's invisible is that it's going to separate out the ketchup that was wet, and it will, over a day, dehydrate. And then it's going to move it into its dustbin. It has special technology inside that distills water. So when it goes to clean the floor, the water is sterile and distilled. And over every 24 hours, it takes moisture out of your air in your house and creates more moisture. And that moisture is turned into water into the distillery. Never before has that ever been happening in a robotic vacuum, meaning you don't have to be adding water all the time, meaning you can place it in rooms far away from water sources. So if water's hard to come by and you don't want to be lugging it across your house, you don't need to. The technology creates water and then distills it for the next use. That's amazing. And these are the sounds it makes while it does that. Just a little whew, a soft air sound like a fan on low. Here's my living room, and I wanted to show you how the mapping process goes. I sent it out with the app to do the mapping. Here it is in fast motion. It goes under the couch and looks around, and it's creating the map. It even gets down to your furniture. Isn't that amazing? It created that map in 1.9 minutes. It tells you the duration of its operations. I built a map of this room on the app, and the map is 3D. Check this out. You can twirl it around so you can see your room in any angle you like. Look as I twirl it. You can see my placement of my 3i S10 Ultra. That's that black tower right there in 3D. I labeled this my living room. With that, AI intelligence was able to determine what furniture was in my living room. Never seen that before. Households can be very messy because a lot of times the kids are hanging out and you just got to bring out the sprinkled cupcakes because kids like to have a party. Well, and besides all that, rice is nice. But with messes in your house, there's like some wind system going on because all the messes that I think should be just gravity force takes it straight down. Somehow they end up going underneath the couch too. I just don't understand how that happens. I've not learned that at school. Sometimes I just hang on the couch and try to figure out where all this mess came from and how I'm going to clean it up. And I might even say to the kids, as we're eating crackers, what happened? Where did it all come from? And just like I make a mess, they can really get messy. And stuff goes everywhere. And once again, those cracker crumbs go right underneath the couch. Doesn't make any sense to me. It just happens. Well, it's time for my 3i S10 Ultra to get to work, so I don't have to. The 3i S10 Ultra isn't just for wet messes. It's for dry messes too. And this is an ultra big dry mess of the sprinkles and the cracker crumbs. Now it's going to go out and clean that mess. And as it makes its way around the room, you can even look on your app to see incredible details, as in it's been cleaning an area of about 11 square meters, which is about 100 square feet. It's been cleaning for 12 minutes, and the battery is at 92%. And check this out, as it gets to the most messy part, it pauses, it realizes how messy it is. It's going to make another pass right then and there. So that's why it turned and did that. That's what that green light technology. It's identifying a very heavily soiled area. It's going to keep out that area with its highest suction power, picking up the sprinkles and the chips. And the sprinkles, by the way, are quite heavy. The 3i S10 Ultra has the most powerful suction I've seen yet at 13,000 PA. That is superior suction power. 1 PA can get one little tiny thing of dust. 13,000 is the highest I've seen in robotic vacuum technology. Here's an overview shot of it going back and forth and getting this whole room clean with solely the vacuum and the suction power. And almost the whole room is clean after 14 minutes. We can see that on the map. And as far as a low profile, the profile is just over 3 inches, so it can go underneath the lowest of furnitures like this very low couch. And look at it get around the leg of this couch. It is able to edge tightly around my couch leg and go right up to the baseboard behind it so it doesn't miss any spots, even underneath couches. And it keeps navigating around all of those couch legs. Remember all those chips that were underneath there? Well, they're gone now. Now check this out. I have carpet on top of carpet, and the edge of that carpet is just off. My 3i S10 Ultra just hops on top and continues working. That could be a threshold or all kinds of things that are uneven. It knew that that was a carpet and to get on top of it to continue to clean. That's because of the amazing AI technology of understanding what that obstacle was. It's just carpet, needs to be cleaned. The green light technology sees all. And here is my cleaned living room. It got up all of the sprinkles and the chips, the hairs, and everything else on that floor. And let me show you the map. The map shows it had gone through all the areas, and in fact, this picture of the map shows that it spotted some hair. I've got long hair. It was cleaning the hair at this moment in time. That was about the end of the cleaning time. It took 23 minutes, and it had cleaned 16.1 meters. The battery was down to 69%. And just for fun, let's do a spot clean. I threw more sprinkles out just in this little area, and here's the mapping of it, and I tell it to go get that. Now I tell it to vacuum, I tell it to do twice on strong vacuuming power, and I sent it out to do that spot. It found it quickly, and it cleaned it up. And in just a couple of minutes, it certainly did. It knew the zone. The map was so easy to make. There I am adjusting it and making the map to where the sprinkles were. And look at the fast motion. We see it just doing that little rectangle. And here's the 3D of where it went. At the time I'm looking at the map, it was collecting the dust. It tells it what it's up to. And the duration of cleaning was only 2.4 minutes. Speedy Gonzales, going fast. And tells you it's done. Well, I could go on and on about how great the app is. And there is my beautiful living room, perfectly cleaned. So let me show you the mapping process of my kitchen. This it'll do very fast. It'll show you the process of it building the map. I'll tell you, the map is built successfully. Here we have the mapping. This is my kitchen map. I'm showing how easy the map is to use. The instructions are clear and they're well illustrated. When there's new firmware, they send it right to you, so it's always at the top of performance levels. They also have a feature that you can actually have a video rolling if you wanted to watch your pets, for instance, and see the room that you're going to clean. So I'm showing it here. This is the floor of my kitchen, and you can allow 3i to see it or not to see it. You have total control of your privacy. They don't need to see your cat or your dog or anything else in your house. But if you're in search of your cat or dog, you can use a toggle to go look for your cat or dog throughout your whole house. That's pretty cool. Well, I just want to show you that. Now let's get to the mess. I want to show you how sensitive the cleaning is. Here I'm making my favorite recipe, which happens to be a latte. I'm pouring some coffee grounds on the floor. That's a dry mess. And now I'm pouring some espresso on the floor. A wet mess next to the dry mess. And here comes the milk for the top of my latte. Another wet mess. Look at that. That is going all over my floor. That is a disaster. We got the coffee grounds dry mess, and we have the wet latte wet mess. Here's an overview of it. Well, on the app, I'm going to tell it to vacuum and mop. I'm going to tell it to go over it twice, and I want it to be strong. It's go time at the races. My 3i S10 Ultra is on the job. It takes that green light. It sees what's going on. Well, it's going to vacuum up the dry mess. It went after that first. Now the roller is going to come down, and let me tell you about that roller. With that distilled water cleaning for germ-free cleaning, it's using that sterile distilled water, so cleaning from the start is done with the cleanest of waters. It's putting that on the self-cleaning roller mop. That roller mop has 12 spray holes for plenty of clean water to flow and reach onto your floor. And depending on how dirty it has established with its AI your floor is, it will speed up the roller for a higher scrubbing action. When it detects a stain, it can ramp up that roller rotation to 330 rotations per minute and use its highest speed for the most powerful of mopping. And that will get your toughest stains. And look at it go to the edge. And see it on the edge of my cabinets? It has an UltraReach roller mop. It will get every spot, including up to the edge. That's roller mop edge mopping with that UltraReach. When cleaning along walls or edges, the roller mop automatically extends. For industry standards, it's improved by 95% of what the competitors can do. We see it focusing here on the wet mess. It had identified it as the wet mess. And then it's going to go back and get the dry mess. Look at that. That's astounding. And with that UltraReach, we see along my wall and along my cabinets, precise cleaning down to the millimeter. So I don't have to get down on my hands and knees to clean those areas where the vacuum missed. That's how advanced the 3i S10 Ultra is. 3i is a pioneer in smart technology. And what those 3 I's mean, those 3 I's stand for imagination, innovation, and intelligence. 3i has a team of exceptional engineers committed to precision and excellence, and that's why this company, 3i, has come out with new features and robotic technology never seen before with this 3i S10 Ultra. This robotic vacuum cleaner is a first ever product, and with all that mess, it's going to go back into its base, its home base. With the world's first WaterRecycle system, there's no manual water replacement or any kind of complex installation required. This new system will distill that water and capture the air moisture to produce purified water for cleaning your floors. The WaterRecycle system makes sure there's an endless supply of clean water without having you to manually replace the water. You don't need any drainage. It's going to dry out that coffee mess, desiccate it to put it in its dust bag. Let me open up the lid and show you inside the home base where all of this is happening. This is the tank. With all of that cleaning I've done, the ketchup stain, and as well, the latte mess. It used very little water. That's the max line. It just used that little bit of water to clean that. And in this chamber, let me take the top off and let me show you what's in here. This is a filtration system. The water's going to go through here and purify as it self-cleans that water. Now let me turn over the disc and show you underneath the disc after all this cleaning. Here are the 2 side brushes that whisk in the dirt into the vacuum brush that's in the center. That's the purple brush that will rotate and pull in debris into the vacuum. Let me take the housing out and show you the vacuum roller brush. And after all that cleaning and all those sprinkles, it is relatively clean. That's pretty amazing. You can see in there some of those sprinkles. It's not brand new. This has been used with my big mess. But with my experience, that's a powerful suction power for that brush to be so clean after all my hair and all that debris. Pretty amazing. The reason the hair doesn't get caught is it has these blades. Those are those sharp nodules that's going to cut the hair up to little tiny pieces so it'll be sucked in to the vacuum component dustbin. Now here's the roller brush after all that cleaning. It looks just about brand new. Now remember that it had ketchup on it too. And here's a spinning mechanism. That's going to spin that roller brush to up to 330 rotations per minute. It's solid. Here I am putting the roller brush right back on. It slips right back in. And I'm pulling out the compartment that holds the water for when it's cleaning. I'm lifting the lid up. And this is the internal dustbin, where it will collect the dust to then later deposit into your housing of the charging station and into the dust bag. I'm opening it up. We see a little bit of particles left in there from my heavy cleaning, not much at all. It had already emptied it into the internal dustbin within the home base. Back in it goes, lid on top, and I push it in, so continue charging. I'm taking out the front so you can see the dust bag. I'm going to pour out everything that I had captured in it. And look at all that hair. That was hair and dust that was stuck under my couch. And look at all of that. It had chopped it all up to little pieces. I didn't even know that was there. I knew about the chips and the sprinkles. But that's how great the suction power is. It is getting deep dirt in my carpets. This was very impressive to me. Not the most attractive shot in this video, but it makes the point. Now back goes in the dust bag, and I close it with the housing on top. When you order your 3i S10 Ultra, it gets delivered right to your door in this box. Well, I took the box into my kitchen floor, and I opened the box. I took it out. It was in another box inside that box with straps. It's a well-designed box. It even has the quick start directions on the right and the scan code for the app. So you can start to use it and learn about it right away. And here's how it comes packaged. I wanted to show you the details of all of that so you know nothing is going to get damaged during shipping. The package design was excellent. And again, on top of your vacuum, they have instructions for daily use. I put the box on my counter so you can see how pretty the box is. It would make a great present to give to someone. Every side of the box had excellent information. And let me show you this. On the side of the box, it talked about the world's first WaterRecycle system and how that works. Now, this is what I could not show you in the video because it's the inside of the machine. But here we can see how all of that happens. I found this to be the most fascinating picture on this box, and I spent a lot of time looking at this. Talked about the water extraction, the condensation, the distilled water, and the wastewater collection and distillation process to get the solids out of the wastewater. Absolutely fascinating to me. And on the other side of the box, there were the other features I've discussed within this video. Look at all these features, and there again is that 13,000 PA suction power feature of the 3i S10 Ultra. Fantastic. And here's one more side of the box. Quite impressive. And as you unpack your box, you're going to find they give you a bottle of the detergent for cleaning. Besides the distilled water, there's also detergent dispensed in the correct amount for your floors. And this is a special filter. Here's what it looks like. And that's going to go in your machine, and that helps you clarify that water. Here's how your S10 Ultra comes packaged so it wouldn't get damaged during shipping. Here's the side of it. And here's the back of it, which has another ventilation system as well. 3i's S10 Ultra does not emit into your air anything polluted from any debris you have vacuumed up. They are very specific to have any air going out to be clean. Another great feature. Here's the other side, and I took the boxes out, and this is the beautiful design. This is the front, and here is a tray inside of it with directions on how you place that back in. That makes a disc easily attached to the charging station. There's another label that tells you where the dust box is located. I took off a few more stickers that had descriptions. This is for the dustbin. It has a 3-pronged electrical cord, and that cord can be wrapped up in the back in case you don't have a long distance to where you're plugging it in. For neatness, now let me show you inside that air filter.
This is a true HEPA air filter, so when your waste is desiccating, no odors and no debris come out into the air in your house. Here are details of that HEPA filter that goes over a charcoal filter inside, and back on clips the ventilation piece. And the top lid has the instructions of use, so it's easy to start. And here's the box that the disc comes in. I've unpacked that. There's a user manual, and there's even a gadget to clean the brush. And I'm flipping through the user manual so you can see it's very well illustrated, easy to understand. And here is the top of your disc. It has a unique shape. That shape is so it can get corners tight. Here's the top of it all the way down to the green laser light and the eyes that read the obstacles. Here's underneath the disc. We see 2 whisking brushes at the top. They come pre-installed. And here's the roller brush that will rotate at 330 rotations per minute. It has a nappy fabric to scrub. And here's a navigational wheel at the top. Here's how you take out the roller and slip it off the mechanism inside. I'm touching it so you can see the scrubbing effect of the nappy fabric. Here's the end of it. And then back on, it slips on. Easy to put right back in. Here are the wheels that are going to go up and down your thresholds. They have a high tread on them so they can get through your house. I'm taking off the housing. This is for the brush inside, and it also has those blades. Those blades are what's going to cut up the hair from your pets or your kids or yourself and chop it up in little pieces so it gets vacuumed up into the dustbin. Here is the roller brush, brand new. It has plastic and it has brush material. It's pliable too. It's easy to take out to clean. And here is the interior to see more of those teeth that are going to chop up hairs and any larger debris so that the vacuum can suck it up. And into that hole it goes, into the dustbin compartment within the disc. I'm putting back the brush. It's easy to put right back in. And here comes the housing. Snaps right in place. Very well designed. Here's a close-up of where the green light comes out and the 2 lenses that's going to identify those obstacles on the floor. And with your permission, you can use it as a video to get footage if you want to go looking for your pet around your house. Here's a close-up of the cameras and the green light. They are all working together to give it 3D dimension to understand the type of dirt or obstacles in its path. And here's a close-up of that edge mopping system that's going to get your walls and your corners and your baseboards clean. That is the millimeter edging system. That roller is a little bit jetted out in order to get the tight spots of your house clean. And here's a removable part, and this part would hold the water that will be placed into the roller as it mops the floor. It comes out, and every so often, you'll want to clean this, and it gives you directions on how. It's called the sewage tank, and that's the hole for the water. It snaps right back in. Now I've taken the plate off the top of it to see the inside. This is a dustbin. It automatically retrieves the dust. So rarely you're going to have to go inside here to check this out because of the automatic dust removal system. But every so often, maybe every month, you might take a look. And this is how you open it up. And inside there is another HEPA filter. And that slides right out. You can wash that in water, let it dry for 24 hours. Once in a while, it can get very dirty, so you'll check that every now and then. It fits right back in, and the dustbin snaps right back in place. Here's a QR code to set it up with the app, and also the power button, and on the left, the Wi-Fi indicator. So I'm setting my app up right here with that QR code onto my phone. I go right into 3i, and it downloads like any other app, quickly, easily. You need to fully charge it for about 4 hours before its first use. And here is your whole unit plugged in to a 120 volt North American household outlet.
Wow, it really knows how to clean well. Click link below to get your 3i S10 Ultra Robotic Mopping Vacuum. I'm amazed by how this advanced model works. I'm Rebecca Brand. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you subscribe to my channel and ring the bell to get notified of my next video. And let's keep making great recipes in life. And today's recipe is one for a really clean floor. Thank you, 3i. Now, I'm gonna go relax and enjoy the rest of my day and put him to work. If you like this video, here's some over there, including some of my recipes to keep the kids happy. Right there.